Yo, it's your boy BJ Blends coming in with another banger haircut tutorial. Yes, this is about to be a clean low taper, mid taper, whatever you want to call it, with the curls, with the enhancements. Let's go. We're gonna jump straight into this thing, man. Well, I'm using my Babyliss trimmers. These things are dope. I love these trimmers. They're very light. I copped these a few months back, man. I love these trimmers, and they get hot quick. But other than that, they're light. I love them. They make all my cuts crispy. One of my favorite trimmers by far. So as you can see, I'm going in right now with my foil shaver, going up almost to the top, getting that thing nice and smooth. Next, I'm coming in with my Magic Clips all the way open here, as you can see, starting my next guideline. And usually what I do with this is I usually go close halfway open. That's usually my system, man, on all my haircuts, all my fades. And I usually go in and do the whole cut and do some detail work at the end. I like the Magic Clips. They're light. These are the go-tos. For me, I love these, and I love the Ergos by Gamma. Those are my two clippers that I use the most. Once you get this guide out, man, you can jump in with the one guard. But as you can see, I'm just coming in, doing some detail work, doing the same steps, just knocking at that line. Close halfway open. So once that happens, man, you can come in with your one guard. And once you come in with your one guard, you want to come all the way open. And once you come all the way open, you want to go ahead and get that nice guideline so you can come in and do the same exact steps. Closed halfway, then open. So right here, I'm just coming in, doing the same thing, guys, man, what I did with the first step. Doing close halfway open, just knocking at that line just to try to get that line up out of there. And next I'm gonna come in here with my 1.5 guard, and I'm gonna go all the way, almost all the way to the top, just debulking right now, guys, just getting some of that hair out the way so we can have a nice clean transition on this taper. A lot of people don't know, man, but you got to know your guards. The one guard all the way open is like a 2. The one guard all the way open is a 1.5. Your half guard all the way open is like a 1, closed. So know your steps, man. Know your guards. And right here, I'm just coming in with the 1.5 all the way open. Just going ahead and going all the way up to that long hair, flicking out, because this is the highest guard we're going to use in this taper. So getting up here in the front, getting here from the sides, and getting behind the back. That's all we kind of want to do here, man, is just go ahead and smooth this thing on out so we can come up in here and go ahead and down fade and blend into the rest of this taper. The clips work out a lot, so that's why I love using the clips, man. Just clip it on up there, man, and you don't got to worry about all that hair coming down or getting into your guards. So right here, I'm just taking my half guard, and once I take this half guard here, man, I'm just doing it the same steps. Close halfway open. That's usually the system, man. I want to give this thing a nice blend. I want to give this thing a nice finish. And I just want that transition to pop in this taper. As you're going to see, man, I'm just using my corners. Nothing too crazy. I'm just following my steps, giving this taper a nice clean transition, man. This thing is coming out great. So once you do that, I usually come in with my guard all the way open. That is like a 1 guard. Just using my corners, just detailing. I got a little bit of a line right there I'm just trying to knock at. And I just want to go ahead and get this blend popping just the way I want it to. You feel me? So once you do that, I just came back in with the 1.5 guard. I'm just doing some detail work now. Now the blend is coming together real nice. But I like to take my blends up a notch, and I just like the detail. Once I do them steps, I come back, do some detail work, got the 1.5. Now I'm coming in with the 1 guard, just using my corners, as you can see. Just staying, not going too high, just doing the open, halfway close. And I'm just giving this thing some more transition in this taper. So we're going to jump straight into the back, man, and we're going to do the same steps. We're starting our first guideline with our trimmers. We're going to go ahead and get that nice and straight all the way across. As you can see, his taper is high up. It's only because he had plaits, he had longer hair. So he's still rocking this taper up a little higher. So what I'm doing is now is kind of bringing it down a little bit. So if he ever wants to grow that back out, and it won't be so high up. But I'm getting that guide in, and I'm going back in with the magic clips, making that second guideline. And once we get that second guideline, oh no, excuse me, these are my four shavers, sorry. Four shavers here, coming in real nice and clean, getting that thing baby smooth, doing the same exact steps. And now we can go in with the magic clips. And once we come in with the magic clips, we can go ahead and do our second guideline and do the same steps. Closed, halfway open, closed, halfway open. And once you do this, man, you can see, man, that he has more room to work with in the back than the side, so I'm not using the corners as much. His hair kind of goes to the side a little bit when you get up to the top, so you'll see me angling the clipper. You don't need your full blade, you're just using the corners. You got to go with you're going against the grain here, blending this, but you just got to make sure that, you know, you're not taking too much off. I'm going in here with my one guard, just getting this thing nice and clean, doing the same steps, close halfway open, not going too high. And then once I get that line out, I'm gonna come in with my half guard. Coming with my half guard, this thing is gonna be clean. We're gonna go ahead and blend that line out, close halfway open. That's the next step you want to do. A little bit about me, man. Like I said, I've been cutting hair now for 3 years. I love it. It's been truly a blessing. I thank God for this. And the people he's allowed me to connect, and the people he's allowed me to connect to, and who he's allowed me to cut. So I'm just so thankful for the opportunity. You guys got to make sure you guys are staying up to date with my videos. I will be dropping bangers every week. And most of the time it's gonna be midweek. So if anything changes, you'll see. But as you can see here, I'm coming in with that guard. Once we talked about the 1.5, going all the way up. And what we're doing is, man, like, this is the highest guard we're using. We're just going all the way up to get that nice, clean debulking, really. We're really not even blending right now. We're just really just getting those dark hairs, just like we did on the side. So, yeah, man, you know, cutting hair is a blessing, man. So it's a game changer right now, man. A lot of people are hopping in the industries. There's a lot of young barbers. I'm actually 33. I started cutting hair, never cut hair a day before in my life until I was about 29, 30. So this is my 3rd year cutting, and I love doing it, man. It's a blessing. And definitely, guys, check out some of my cuts on my Instagram. This is my boy Isaiah. He's been rocking with me since I started. He used to come to my house, and he would let me cut him up for 20. Now homie's cutting. Now buddy's paying the 50, and it's a beautiful thing to see, man, because he's been rocking with me. He's like officially one of my day ones. So as you can see, I'm just blending, man, and getting this transition. That's all I'm trying to do here, man. Just trying to get this transition going in the back, not going too high, just blending up into that 1.5, which we did, and just letting the clippers do the work, man. It's not a rush, man. It's a marathon. You just gotta stay in the race, man. You just gotta just stay patient, trust your system, and everything gonna come to you. I wasn't as raw as I am now when I first started. You just gotta trust your process. You gotta trust your timing and trust God's timing. Don't look at no other barbers, man. Just stay glued to you. Have a few that you want to be inspired by, and just keep it moving, because there's so many barbers on the page, man. There's so many barbers on Instagram, TikTok, but there's so many platforms that you can actually learn. I'm not the best barber, but I feel like that I know enough to teach someone. You see what I'm saying? I couldn't do this 3 years ago, but now I feel like I know enough to be able to bless somebody, because at one point in time I was getting on YouTube and wanting to learn. So now I'm just detailing the back of this taper, just getting this thing nice and clean. And once you blend this out, man, you can see it coming together real clean now. I'm just using my corners here, just detailing. And once it comes out pretty clean, man, we can go ahead and jump to the other side here. So as you can see here, man, I'm just doing the same exact things that you seen me doing the sides and what you seen me doing the back. I'm just taking my 1.5 guard, and I'm just pretty much just doing the same exact thing. So I'm gonna speed this up a little bit, man, so you guys can check this out and watch this tutorial, and just follow a few of my steps. Yeah, one of the key things that I really love about cutting hair, man, is the absolutely the power to be able to impact people, the power to people to impact you. You know, God put people on this earth for a reason. You know, my reason, I thought it was gonna be basketball growing up, but my mom used to always say, man, you should go to hair school, Bond. And I used to always be like, nah, man, that's not for me. But little did I know that haircuts would be 40, 50, $60 one day. But I didn't look at the money at all. I just wanted to impact kids, honestly, because I was in ministry in my church and I just wanted to impact kids. I never thought I would be BJ Bland's cutting athletes, cutting rappers, but God did. And I did see it in school, but you know, when you first started cutting hair, you don't know your guards. You don't know how to do certain things or how to blend and how to use enhancement. So I just really wanted to finish school first. And once I finished school, I was able to start watching more YouTube videos. And that's kind of usually how I got better. You get better with repetition, being in the shop, grinding, taking walk-ins. I'm in my own private suite now. It's at the Town Center Mall here in Jacksonville, Florida. It's one of the top malls. So usually what I do here, man, I come in, knock his hair down with the 1.5 as you just seen. I take my holding spray, blow everything down, brush everything down, and blow it on cool air, and I lock everything in place then. And then, as you can see, man, these things are hitters. And it's really tap and go at this point. This is my favorite part of the haircut because now we're almost there to making everything come into place. Now that you done got the blend, the back taper, the side taper, now you can just lock in here and focus. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. This is just tap and go, using your corners, letting the clipper do the work, man. Sound like Get Beam right there. Yeah, I love watching Get Beam, 360 Jeezy, man. I watched him a lot, man. That's kind of what helped me get to where I wanted to be at. Dre Clipper Hands, those are more inspiring people too, man. You know, once again, I'm sorry about this footage too, by the way, guys. I'm figuring out the angles in my suite, but hey, I hope y'all rock with it. Leave a comment. Look at this here, man. Look at here. Look at this, man. Look behind that ear. We're using those corners. We're letting the clipper do its work, man. Look at that blend. You can see that blend and came together real nice. Man, I tell you, man, you mastered this haircut, man, you're going to have a forever client because everybody is rocking some type of taper these days. And, you know, you get that blend popping in there, it's going to be clean. So once I get behind the ear and the neck, I jump straight in. I start in the middle of the head, as you can see here, man, and go from one side to the other. You know, use points of the head, man, to make sure that your haircuts and your lineups are symmetrical. Everybody's head is round, but when you do these lineups, you kind of gotta like tilt your clipper a little bit to this. You know, use your angles, use those corners so you can get that symmetrical straight lineup. This thing is coming together real nice, guys. Look at this, man. This thing is coming together real nice. Tap and go, man. I love these clippers. They're getting hot though. Look at that vertical bar right there. I'm just tapping, hitting those corners, going straight down with the vertical bar. You can't even see right now, but I'm really to the side just so you guys can actually get some good footage. Very uncomfortable right here because I'm still trying to figure out my suite, man, but it's working together, man. So I start on one side or start at the top, then I come to the bottom and I connect. That's usually how I do my lineup on my C cups. There's many different types of C cups out, man. You got the natural look, and now you got the hard C cup with the curve everybody's rocking. But I can't really do that too much on this specific client because, you know, once that grows back in a couple days, man, it's actually not gonna look as good. So as you can see, I'm just doing the same thing that I did on the other side and brushing. Always brush when you're lining up, man. Brush your comb so you can get those hairs that lay over. So I'm just using my trimmers, just letting trimmers do the work. Tap and go, man, tap and go. Look at that. This thing's slicing, man. You see that? I just Just tracing, man. Just using the corners. That's all. Nothing major. You gotta trust your process in this game, man. Don't rush it. If your haircut's not coming out like you want them to, just trust that you're gonna get there. The Bible says, "Call up those things that be not as if they were." So call yourself a celebrity barber, call yourself an NFL barber, call yourself the best barber, and God's gonna take you there. Oh man, let's go. So we jumping right in with the enhancement mix. I usually mix my own enhancements. I use a lot of different things, but I'm just hitting the front of it, standing back a little bit, using the Shine Cuts Tune 45 card. I like this card, man, because it washes really clean. I like it because it's also very light, and it gets the job done. I love it, man. I love it. So I'm just hitting it. As you can see, whoosh, that thing coming together nice. This is what y'all been waiting for. This is what y'all been waiting to see, man. Stop acting like it, man. Y'all know how to blend. If you don't know how to blend, you're going to learn how to blend. But this is what y'all been waiting for. So let's go, man. Let's take this cut up a notch, man. I'm using the enhancements, Tune 45 card. I'm locked in right now. I'm standing back. I'm coming from an angle, not pressing too much. I'm getting these vertical bars. I'm getting this C cut popping, and now my boy is going up a notch. Check this out. I'm using my my fibers here because I don't like the way them shiny enhancements look. So to get rid of that, come in with some lock darkest brown or black fibers, and we're gonna lock in. Use some holding spray. Once you use that holding spray, you want to go ahead and blow dry it. Make sure everything's nice and dry. Come in with your liners to clean up some of the fibers. Now we about to go in with the pencil. Make sure your pencil is sharp, man. Make sure your pencil is sharp and you're not pressing too hard. Allow the pencil to do its work. It's just like tracing. We're taking this cut up a notch. No, he didn't need the pencil. No, BJ Blends, he didn't even need all that spray. Why you did that to his hairline? Well, he paying $50. That's what he wanted. So I gotta give him what my clients ask for. People forget that why they spraying all that? Why they doing all that? Why they tracing that pencil on that man? Why they leaving that trace line all over somebody's lineup? That's not real barbering, no. But my client wants that. He wants to step outside. He wants to walk out and show. He wants to get on the gram or TikTok and let people know, like, hey, I got that freshie. So guess what? I'm gonna give them what they asked for. Yes, I can do haircuts. You seen it was clean without the enhancements, but I gotta take it up a notch. So I'm blending that pencil in. I done switched to my detailers. I done switched to the wall detailers. These things are certified hitters. I got them zero gap, so be careful. And now I'm locked in. Now I'm taking this cut to neck. I done already took it up a notch, but I'm still detailing my client. I'm hitting eyebrows. I'm hitting the mustache. I'm hitting the razor on the eyebrows. This is what's going to take your cuts up a next level. This is how you can charge $50, $60, $70, $100 because you're detailing. So now, there's nothing more satisfying than sitting back, getting relaxed, and getting hit with the razor. Yes, I love this razor. It's a Turkish razor. Very cheap from Amazon. It's very light. I use the Derby Prime blades. And look at this thing, man. Look at this. Look at this cut. Look at the C cup, stretching the skin. Look at the lineup, man. This is no Philly. This is straight from the Sony a7 III. I'm still learning this camera, but look at this. I'm stretching the skin, and I'm locked in. This is why people are paying $50, $60 with me, man, because I take cuts to the next level. I'm not rushing it. So what I like to do is, man, with his curls, man, and most people with curls, you can't just throw gel in his hair. Yeah, it will curl up, but that's going to be hard and it's going to dry his hair out. I like to use a moisturizer that I put in the hair, and it's going to actually add some moisture to the hair. It's going to allow me to style his hair. And now, since he usually gets plaits, sometimes he gets the braids, but he likes it trimmed when it's out. So what I'm going to usually do is I add the product around to actually see what I'm working with, pull it out to see how long it is. And then I go ahead and get my Afro shears, the curved ones, off Amazon. You can cop these for about $50, $60. These things are certified sharp. And when I tell you this right now, you're going to absolutely love these things. Look at this. I'm just snip, 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 snip. And I'm just giving that shape that I want. So If you don't have a pair of Afro shears, make sure you go get your pair of Afro shears. These things are lovely, man. I love them. And now I'm going to come in with my freehand. These are my ergos. Just doing a little bit of detail work. Just making sure everything nice and clean. So, hey, man, you seen how my boy walked in here. You seen him. Woo! Let's go, man. It's a BJ Blends cut. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Make sure y'all drop a comment. Let me know how I did on this thing. Stay in the race, guys. Let's go.